All right. Go ahead and start it off. Opening statements. Duggan, 199, 1-1. The one touchdown was beautiful to Metcalf over the top. The one interception wasn't his fault. Shouldn't have thrown it at halftime. Stupid decision that ultimately cost us nothing. Um, it is what it is. Walker, 9, 123 and 4 touchdowns. What more can I say? As advertised. When the game gets to those deep waters, he's a guy that drags us through the mud sometimes, and he had to today. And for all the talk about Josh Jacobs, and we respect the opponent. Tremendous performance by Arizona. They brought the fight to us most of the time, and of course, we knew coming in that they had the league's leading rusher. But today, our guy was better. Our guy was better, and he showed that. Receiving, Smith and Jigba, 55, Metcalf, 75, 1. Fant, 38, Lockett, 19, Walker, 14. Still, I'm just working to get these guys involved. We got a, rookie quarterback. It's just certain things that will come in time. But ultimately, Max found some shots downfield, and we were able to capitalize on a couple of them and take them where they needed to go. So, again, credit to him. I don't believe we gave up a sack. We might have given up one. I can't remember. I don't think we did. Offensive line played a pretty good game, I think, overall. Defensively, Adams, 12 tackles. Woolen, 8. First interception of the season, I believe. We needed that. Diggs, 5. Witherspoon, 4. Special shout out to Jaren Reed. Huge interception there in the fourth quarter. He's one of those guys where when numbers are called, and it's gut check time, and I told you all this last week. I said, this ain't the last time adversity is going to hit us. It's not. And again, credit Arizona. They came in there, strong game plan, executed it to a T, really dictated the tempo and the pace of the game throughout. And for much of it, especially the first half, they dictated the terms. But fortunately for us, we rounded the form in the second half, and we showed glimpses of what we can be moving forward. But ultimately, I'm not too satisfied of it. It's a suboptimal performance with an optimal result. We won, but we're going to be better, and being better starts next week at Cleveland. So with that being said, I'll open it up. The slow performances or the starts coming out of the gate, we can't have them. And granted, we scored, I think, on our opening, like, 2 possessions, I want to say. We're matching them, but the important part of it, and the part that we got to get corrected as soon as possible, is that we're starting too slow. There's no reason why any team should score in their first 6 possessions against us. And at some point, we had to take that personally. I take it personally. So that trickle down to the players needs to take effect soon, because it's uncharacteristic as far as the defense is concerned, as far as my defense is concerned. Something I hang my hat on. It's supposed to be the most uncomfortable 60 minutes of our opponent's day, and for much of these 60 minutes, it was not uncomfortable. It was easy. It was easy. And I'm going to start finding guys who can make things more uncomfortable and can make things the way that they're supposed to be for us as we dictate towards our opponents moving forward. The second half was a nice way to bounce back, to overcome adversity, and to move forward. The first half simply cannot happen, and it won't happen again. giving up 100, was 158 rushing yards is not what we're going to hang our hats on. It's not what we're going to be associated with. I can guarantee you that. So, if nothing changes, something will, and I'll be sure to make sure that happens. Yeah, I mean, I don't. As far as the quarterback goes, like, Gino came in last week, and he was ready this week. But at some point in time, what growth? How am I fostering growth for a rookie quarterback if I take him out every single time adversity hits. Now, Cincinnati, again, it was just certain throws that weren't being made at that time, and we needed the spark to get back in the game. This one, all we had to do was just man up and accept the challenge. And Max did that. I mean, he didn't make really any mistakes out there. He can't help if pardon me, he can't help if a pass is dropped or coverage breaks down, he has to go for it, to scramble. But he was heady out there. He made the smart decision every time. He took his shots when he had a chance. He played within himself for the most part. And I think this is something for him to build on. I'm proud of his performance. I'm not proud of the circumstances in which it came to fruition. Again, like this ain't acceptable. But I think as far as leaders go, he wears that 12 for a reason. We're in our house. When that flag goes up, it's time to play. And he bears the same number as that flag. So we going as far as he goes. So there's no need to take him out for Gino at that point in time. Let him figure it out. And I'm not gonna be babying nobody on this team because we 53 grown men, led by a grown man as a head coach. So he found a way, the guys found a way, and ultimately we, for all things considered, we still put together a double-digit victory. Take it for what it is, but there's a lot to improve upon. Um, Things that they did, I mean, there were things I was expecting that eventually I think we saw come to pass. But I mean, I gotta I'll give them credit, and they stuck to whatever their game plan was. You got guys like Jacobs, and they really didn't. They played pretty good ball for I say the better part of 3 quarters. 2.5, closing in on 3. But again, when they scored in their, I think it was their first 6 possessions. So, but that being said, it's a 4-quarter game, and I know that we scored every quarter. I know that we were down 8 at one point. Kind of into the third there, and it could have gone either way. So like, all right, it's gut check time. Who's going to step up? The mistake is coming. When you get the opportunity, capitalize. You saw that with Woolen. You saw that with Reed. And Love made a nice play to end it. So I'm I'm not happy with what the numbers say. I'm not happy with the overall product, but from a standpoint of just manning up and playing football and answering the bell, we don't care how the bell's rung. When we hear it, we got to answer it. And that bell rang, and we answered it. But yeah, they had a good game plan though. It's something that we knew they weren't going to lay down, especially off of the win last week. They're a sneaky team. We've had a couple sneaky teams, good tests for us here at home. But this house, we're going to protect it. Yeah, it's just about getting getting those guys involved, and so much of it is we're so talented. We're immensely talented. As far as how our talent compares to the rest of the league, we're up there. I know we're up there. It's not too many teams that are just clearing away more talented than us, but at the same time, we have to hone this talent. We have to develop this and get it into how we want to play. And that's the part that is still largely in the works and progress. But and that goes for all of our young guys, Max, Jackson, Walker, even. I mean, we can go on defense, Woolman, Devin, all those guys, man. I mean, we have Brandon Hill, another rookie in there playing, getting extensive playing time, and sometimes it's trial by fire. We're learning on the fly. I'm learning what these guys can do, learning what they can't, and just trying to put them in the best position to succeed. But it's not a 1 week project, and fortunately for us, we have plenty of time to improve upon it. Unfortunately for us, nobody cares from week to week. We're going to have to get it how we get it. And if we don't, then oh well. And if we do, God help our opponent. I can't say enough about Reed's play. I mean, you look at it, and again, I think a lot of the we win, but I'm not, the reason I'm not really too up or down about it is just because this way that we won is not sustainable for winning. Like we're not going to win being dominated in the trenches like that. I won't stand for it. I will not stand for it. But Jaron, after such a tough day defensively, especially against the run, which we're supposed to be hanging our hats on, for Jaron to come in there when the game is, it can go either way, and I'm not making it the easiest on the defense, missing kicks, easy points that should be had. It's on that's on me. But Jaron making that interception, it huge. And at that point, like the sky opens up. It's like, okay, it's been raining, it's been cloudy forever. But at that point, opportunity is here. Close them out, walk them down, get them out of there. That's all I was thinking in that moment. He got us that pit. We owed it to him to score a touchdown, and we did. I mean, we say it all the time, and I say it with Walker especially. When those deep waters coming in fourth, by that point, we've landed the body shots, right? We're working, and our opponent's tired. They're ready to get out of there, and they're not executing the way that they should be, like they were in the first half. Meanwhile, we're getting better because that's just what the game dictates to us. We had to match that level today, and again, credit Arizona for coming out and testing us. I mean, they played to win too, but we answered that bell, and I knew when Reed made that interception, we had to get that touchdown, and I didn't care who got it. All I knew was they were ready to go. So let's help them out. Let's help them out. 4th and 2 option. Who you going to defend? Max or Duggan? They made their choice. So did we. I mean, it's a divisional win. Like we have to. There's some level of I'm just being hard on the team, and because I know we can play better. I know I can play better. I have, and I will. But ultimately, when you just break it down to just the sheer facts about it, it's a divisional win. We needed this win because we, again, like I said earlier, we hadn't really been right since the bye week. I don't know. Again, I wasn't here for the Giants loss. I can't do anything but take that. I wasn't here for it. But still, just having it was almost like a residual effect. When you had a bye week, then I don't think we had the most focus as a team against Cincinnati, and we're just kind of just like walking through the mud in a lot of this game too. But something to build on is 22-6 in the second half. Something to build on is I think we allowed like maybe 30 some odd rushing yards in the second half. A lot of that damage that Jacobs done, he did in the first half. So, and there's certain looks where I know, they're going to try to take advantage of what we put out there, and rightfully so. But you're never too upset with the divisional win. I just know that this brand, this style of play that we've put out there today, it's not sustainable. There are better teams on the road, and we'll have less margins for error. But we take what we can today, and that's a win. And now we focus on Cleveland and plan to look even better and win even more handsomely. Nah, at this point, we're just going. We're on the roller coaster, and that's not even a bad thing. I'm just saying we are on. When the coaster's in motion, you can't put those, that little seat thing. When they put it down, you in motion. It ain't going back up. I'm not going to be moving back and forth between quarterbacks. If Smith needs to play, he'll play. Trusted veteran. We know what he brings to the table, and if that is what's called upon, then we'll call him confidently, knowing that we can expect a strong performance of him. He's a professional, like I said last week. this week, he's right there in Max's ear on the sidelines, working with him, looking at the plays while, the defense is out there, just helping him be the best quarterback he can be for us. And I think the results showed today. I don't really think he had you know, I don't think this is a bad performance for him at all. And we're gonna let him develop. And the only way he can develop is if he's out there playing. So, strong performance today, divisional opponent, it ain't gonna get any easier. Arizona gonna come back and they're gonna regroup and I'm sure find ways to compete like they did today. But hey, on this day, we'll take the W and again, we'll move forward to Cleveland and we'll worry about what we gotta deal with out there. And it's gonna be quite a bit between Chubb and Garrett. That alone is just going to test us in every which way that I'm talking about now. Can we respond and keep another, all-world running back? How are we going to perform? Is he going to have his way? He better not, because I'm gonna find some guys to where he can't. But we'll see. We're ready. We're going to take the energy from this win, and we're going to set our focus on Cleveland starting now.